Hi, I'm Thomas Appel, author of the book, Can You Sing a High C Without Straining? I'm also author of the book, Never Get Another Cold. I've done a lot of research on cold and flu prevention for singers, and in this book, you'll see why eating pork is not a good idea if you sing, because pork is a host to the trichinosis parasite, which can cause flu-like symptoms, so we want to avoid that if you sing. But pork is also a host to some other potentially life-threatening parasites. In this video, I want to share with you a testimonial from one of my students, Monica Hermosa, who recently nearly died and did have to undergo brain surgery as a result from a parasite she contracted from pork.
And the reason I know I didn't get it on one of my travels to China or Thailand was because on 2003 I had this vertigo. I was totally dizzy, and it was funny because it was on this side, and this is the side that they put the shunt, and then that they found the cyst, and I was completely dizzy, and I went to see otorhinolaryngologist, the people who deals with the ears, nose, and throat, and he said, that's probably allergies, and I was like that for like 33 days, and what I say, do a scan on my brain or an MRI. So he said, we're going to do an MRI, and I want you to see a neurologist. So they did an MRI of my brain in 2003. And it's funny because when I went to the neurologist and we look at the MRI, I say, oh, what are those little white dots on my brain? I say, well, that can be calcium calcification, or it could be like little migraine seizures or something like that. But, he didn't know. Okay, my neurosurgeon that did the surgery now, he took a look at that MRI of 2003 and he said, you had it then. Which means you didn't get this on Thailand or China, because I went to Thailand and China in 2005 and 2006. You didn't get it in any of these countries. You had it before that. So in 2003, this neurosurgeon and this neurologist and my otorhinolaryngologist couldn't figure out. They didn't know what it was. They thought they were calcification. It's very hard to detect. But my neurosurgeon, the one that did the surgery right now, he looked it up and he said that was histosarcosis. So it was amazing. So if it was detected at that stage in 2003, they would have given me the medicine, and I wouldn't have to have this valve and shunt put on my brain at this stage. But because I was misdiagnosed, I went through this entire process. The whole vertigo that I had, it was because of this parasite, not because my ear or anything like that. It was just because of this parasite. So people have to be very careful, especially if you're a person that really consume a lot of pork, because you don't know what it's been. And even when, not only just pork, even when you eat vegetables, you have to make sure that you clean your vegetables good, you wash them, but this thing really has put a pause in my life, and it really scared all of us. My husband was scared. I was scared about my health. I'm sitting here in this hospital on the bed, with morphine on my hand, trying to get the pain out of my brain, and this doctor telling me, oh, what you have is a parasite in your brain. And this parasite comes from the pork, and it's like, oh my God. It's like it didn't sink at first when he said it. And I said, what? I was totally in shock. And then, he started explaining me what he was going to do. He said, I have to do brain surgery. The scary part was after I got out of the hospital that I came home and I got the double vision, because he has told us previously that you can get it on your eye. So if you get it on your eye, you go blind. And, I got this double vision, so he really was concerned. So he said, I still want you to go to your ophthalmologist. I want your eyes to be checked thoroughly to make sure you don't have the parasite in your eye. And here I'm at the ophthalmologist's office, and they dilate my pupil, and I'm sitting, my husband is sitting there, and this doctor is with this strong light looking at each of my eyes, and I'm crying. And he said, "Don't cry. This one is clean. It's not in there." And then he goes into this one, and I'm just thinking, "Oh my God, he's gonna tell me that I had something on my eye or something." And he said this one was clean, so it was like, "Oh my God, thanks God." I was like, oh, it was a relief. So I only have it on my brain, So, but right now I say I don't have it anymore. It's gone. I wish it's completely gone.
Any closing thoughts for the people watching this video?
Oh my gosh, I just don't want you guys going through this. Let me tell you, not only to know that you have a parasite, but to have brain surgery. Oh my God, it's been quite of an experience, especially that the first couple weeks after the surgery, you feel more comfortable laying down than standing up or sitting straight, and the reason is because of the pressure on your brain. It feels better when you're laying down, and when I was sitting or standing up, my head felt funny. I mean, I felt like I had like a big jello floating there, like my brain was like floating on water or something. It was a weird sensation. It was really weird. It's like also you're thinking about what happened to you, and all the stuff that they did. I couldn't sleep on this side for a while because of the tube, and
Let me get a close-up of that tube.
Well, now my hair kind of grow, but this one, it kind of goes right here. Can you see it? And this is the tube.
Okay. And
it goes behind. It goes behind my breast. They go. I guess they went on the back of my brain, and it just gave.
Incision on your stomach.
Yeah, right here. That's what they did. These three. So of course here this is you're back from the hospital, and your brain is, you had your head feels funny, and and taking the pain medicine, and you cannot sleep on this side, and you feel this really sore, because you can tell they worked your way through here. This is really sore, and here this one took a longer. Actually, this one, believe it or not, the wound in my brain healed faster than the wound on my stomach. This one took a little while, and I had the stitches here. In this one, they put like staples on my brain. So they went and they took the staples 2 weeks after the surgery. They took the staples, and in this one they just vanished by itself. But this one took a while to heal. Then my doctor told me, I don't want you jumping, I don't want you running, and I don't want you swimming. And you cannot ride on planes yet, and it's because of the pressure. But I guess, he said it takes a while for the brain to go back. I mean, it's like my entire, neurological was altered, And another thing that he mentioned to my husband and I is that usually when somebody gets this on their brain, he said, usually people tend to be out of commission for 6 months to a year. And he just was really surprised how I was responding to the treatment, because I felt really good afterwards, when I start healing. But I guess that also has to do because, I've been in very good shape physically, mentally, and I like I say, I work out a lot, But for somebody who has a very weak system or person, I mean, I'm telling you, this one, they will put them down. It will be really hard on somebody. Oh, somebody who's older too, And I mean, I'm not that old, but I'm not that young too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, it's been quite an experience. It really has put a pause in my life. It really has.